Hey, Jack!
Yes, sir?
Hey, man, I need help changing the oil.
Okay.
Hey, everybody. So today, we're going to change the oil in the truck. And the dude here is going to help me do that. Let's go. Alright, buddy, so you can see we got our stuff laid out here to get the truck all taken care of. We have our oil, our filter wrench, a ratchet to take off the drain plug, jack stands, chocks, and jacks, so we can lift it all. And then over on the shelf next to the firewood, we have a measuring cup so we can measure out the right amount of oil. You ready?
Yes.
Alright, man, so first thing we gotta do is gotta jack up the truck. So the first thing we want to do, jacking up our truck, is find a good spot to do it that won't damage the truck. So I'm going to do it right here on the frame. Alright. Now that we have the truck lifted, we're going to raise our jack stands. We're going to put it in place. And I'm going to lower the jack so the weight is on the stand. There we go. I have two jacks, so I'm going to leave this one under this side of the truck. So when we're down here, you got to make sure this, which is the part that touches the truck, is on a strong part of the truck so we don't break the truck. Because we're lifting it up, we don't want to tear it up. So this part right here, you see this? Kind of touching it? That's part of the frame. That's going to be one of the strongest parts of the truck. Now we will lift it from there. You see this? That's what we tighten to make sure the jack can build pressure. So we tighten that up. We put this piece in here. See how there's a little tab on this part of the arm? Slide that in there. This. We start lifting. While you're doing it, you gotta move it into place. There you go, you got it. Now it's hard to do, right? So you put the stick in there. That gives you more leverage. Now do it.
Oh,
Nope, it's not too hard.
yeah, no.
Keep going. This is like a safety that keeps the jack from falling off. So we put it in place right next to the jack. And you do it. Raise this red part. You just raise it up. Straight up. Just like that. That's all there is to it. See that?
Yeah.
Now, come back out. Now we take the stick off here. See how the stick has a flat piece? That's so we can turn this. We're going to release the pressure on it. That'll lower the jack. There we go. Slow and easy. Stuff don't slam down. Okay, so I release pressure on it. Now I'm going to tighten it back up. I'm going to put just a little bit back on the jack. So the jack and the jack stand are both holding it. Now that we have our jack and jack stand in there, we went ahead and chocked our wheels. That's what these are called. These are called chocks. You want to wedge that under your tire so that your truck can't roll forward on you. Okay? I've already popped the hood. All I gotta do is reach in here and grab this tab. Pull it to the side. You see it in here? You see it in there?
Yeah, I see that.
You just pull that tab over and lift up. That's what this is right here. This is inside of our engine. Alright, buddy. So we're looking inside our engine bay. If you look right here, you see the oil fill cap. And it tells us we need 5W20. I've already looked it up and I've gotten 5W20 oil we need. And it takes 6 quarts because this is a Hemi 5.7 liter V8. Okay? So if you look that up, it tells us we need 6 quarts of oil. Alright?
Alright.
Alright. Okay, so Jack, we have to do two things to change our oil. We got to drain the oil and we got to change the filter. To change the oil is right here. You see that drain bolt?
Yeah.
We're going to take that off, and this is your oil pan, and it'll drain all the oil out of the truck. Well, most of it will. The other thing we have to do is take off this filter way up in here, that black thing right there.
Okay.
Here's what we're going to do.
So
Get your oil pan here. We're going to need that ratchet wrench, buddy.
Okay, I'm gonna get it.
It's also important, Jackie, when you're doing this, open the vent on your catch pan and the plug. That way you don't overfill this. Alright, buddy, here we go. We got the right size socket and ratchet here. And more extension than we really need. Okay. Now watch this, Jack. I'm pushing in as I unscrew it so that I don't make bigger mess than I have to, and then once it starts dripping, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull my hands away and let the whole thing just go. Whoop, just like that.
It looks like honey.
Kind of. It's just dirty oil. That's what old engine oil looks like.
No, it looks like syrup.
Syrup?
Yeah.
Well, what's important to pay attention to is there any metal bits in there? And I don't see or feel any, which that's good.
Oh, can I feel that one?
You can.
Okay.
It's gonna make a mess though.
Okay, I think this.
Kind of weird, huh? Yeah. So that's what dirty engine oil looks like. It's all dark from all the carbon in there.
Syrup.
Kind of.
Yeah.
So we're gonna let that drip for a minute. While that's doing its thing, we're gonna carefully slide our pan over, and we're gonna start taking off that oil filter. We need the other, that weird looking wrench. The one that has the donut on the end of it. That's called a oil filter wrench. This is called an oil filter wrench. You see how it's kind of curly Q shaped?
Yeah.
So when you put it on the filter and you go to turn it, it gets tighter. See how it tightens on my hand?
Yeah.
And that allows you to grab hold of it and turn it.
But how do you make it loose?
You just let go. It's spring loaded. See that? It gets
Ooh.
tighter. And it lets go.
Ooh.
So you want to make sure you don't put it on the wrong way or it won't work that way. Put it on this way.
I want to try.
Well,
I want to try.
let me get it started and then you can go from there.
Okay.
We are going to wipe things off and go ahead and put the plug in it.
It won't work.
What won't work?
It won't work.
What won't work?
Yeah.
You're going the wrong way.
I'm doing that one.
I know it's the wrong way.
But how do I do it then?
The other way.
I'm doing it this way.
That is the correct way. You're doing it right.
I'm doing it.
Well, it's not grabbing hold of you because your hands are smaller than mine.
I'm doing it on my arm.
Your arm is smaller than my hands.
Okay.
Still little. One day you'll be bigger than me. Now when you're tightening this stuff up, Jack, you don't want to make it too tight or else next time it'll be crazy hard to undo. So I go until it wants to stop and I give just a little snug. Boop. That's it. Don't take much. Now we're not going to drip oil on us no more. Do this here
We're done.
underneath that filter. No, we're not done yet. So I loosened the filter with the wrench the first time, and now look, I can do it with my fingers. Nice and easy. Now watch, buddy. You have to be real careful when you take this off. See how I'm spinning it? It's starting to drip oil. So you want to make sure your pan's in the right spot. You want to go slow and let it bleed off a little bit. So we drained all the oil that's in the pan, but all the oil that's up there is a little bit higher up. You want to see that new one? See how it has a rubber gasket on there?
Yeah.
You don't want to rub that on the concrete. We want to keep that clean.
That was on the concrete.
Something else you can do is just set it down in your oil pan like that. So for one, it's protected, and two, it goes ahead and gets a little oil on the rim. Whenever we go to put this on, we're going to rub oil on that to keep it from gluing itself down. Oh, there it goes, I caught it. Then I hold it like a cup because it's full of oil. And I dumped it over. See how I caught all that and I didn't make a mess?
Yeah. But it's like you're emptying a cup.
It's exactly like that. See, it's draining out the little bit of oil that was up there.
Yeah.
Now we take our new one that's clean, and all that oil that's on my hand, I'm going to rub it on that rubber gasket. That'll make it easy to take off next time. Just like that, just a little bit on the rim.
What if you didn't do that?
If I didn't do that, now I tighten this down real tight, it would be really hard to take off next time. And then you just screw it back into place. Nice and easy. If you have to force it, you're doing something wrong. It should just go right in.
Okay.
And this one is.
Until it went to the stop.
Yep. See how now it's getting tight and wants to stop?
Yeah.
And then we'll grab our wrench and we'll just snug it down. Alright, buddy. We took the oil out, now we gotta put the oil in, right? We got a rag. Got all our tools out from underneath the truck. So this is our oil fill cap. Oil fill cap. I said that wrong. You twist it. There it goes. Yep. And our funnel, we drop it in there like that. Now you
I
remember?
got that one up to 6.
No, this is a 1 quart measuring cup. Pour in our first quart. Let that drip for a second. There we go. We're going to keep our rag handy so we don't make a mess. You just don't remember. You've been my helper before. Not that long.
I've been doing to do like 10
Alright, buddy, so that was number 6, and that should be all it takes. So what we're going to do, we're going to check the oil now. We're going to use the dipstick and see how much is in the engine. Okay. Let's see what it looks like. Here. Take the dipstick out. I'll wipe it off so you can see how there's nothing on there. And what we're looking at is these checkered marks on the stick right here. Okay? No. Where are we at? Put that back in, and you pull it back out. You see how much oil is in it. And it is right in the, right below the top dot of the checker mark. That looks just about perfect. So what we're going to do now, we're going to run it. We're going to turn the engine on and let it run for a minute, move all that oil around, and check it again. Make sure it's still good. Put on the brake.
I don't know.
Yeah, scoot up. Put on the brake. Yep. Push it down. Push a button.
What button?
Start button. Put off the brake. Don't touch anything. Everything looks good, sounds good. Let's go check the engine. Oh yeah. Turn it off yet. See this right here? That's your temperature. Look up here on the dash.
Yeah.
See how it's over on the C for cold?
Yeah.
We're gonna wait until that warms up, and then we'll check the oil again.
Why does it say airbag?
Because that's where an airbag is.
What does it do?
It's supposed to protect you in case of a crash. Give 5. Good job on the oil change, my man.